So my first question, Mr. Mayor, after more than a decade as Detroit's mayor, what's going through your mind now as you prepare to walk out of the city for the last time?
Well, we're trying to wrap up our last project, so hopefully today we will get the soccer stadium through City Council, the Uniroyal site, which will become one of Detroit's major recreation centers along the riverfront. We're trying to wrap up those things, and then it's going to be packing boxes and finding moving out of both the office and the house.
Is it hard?
You had 12 years of things accumulated. The hardest part is the packing, but we'll be getting that done over the holidays. But as far as the city goes, people in the city have just been wonderful to me, and really pleased with the way Mary Sheffield's handling the transition. I think it's going to be smooth, and I feel really good about the city's future.
So some people already call you the mayor who turned Detroit around. I know I say that as a person who grew up in the city of Detroit. How do you hope your legacy will be remembered?
You know, I think I'll be judged by what happens after I'm gone. If people say it ran well while Mike was there and he left and it came apart, I won't feel good at all. But everything that we've done was try to lay the long-term basis to bring in the Jeep plants and the Dakota plants and having long-term employment basis to completely rebuild the riverfront, to build thousands of housing units so people don't get pushed out of the city. I think the groundwork is laid. I think the fact that a city council president who's worked with me for 12 years was elected in a landslide is really encouraging that people in the city are looking for the next mayor to build on what we've accomplished, but also take it farther and reach more areas. So I think there's a strong momentum to build on the success to date, and if they continue to succeed, I'll feel good, and I may be in a position in a year to help that along even faster.
When you think about your 12 years, can you think of your biggest challenge?
You know, it was so much at once that, you know, I didn't have the luxury of doing one thing. The street lights were out, the parks were closed, the ambulances weren't showing up, the 47,000 abandoned houses were in the neighborhoods. But I think if there's one thing, you know, I came in with 47,000 abandoned houses in the neighborhood, and we're now down to 1,000. And I think if there's one change, it has been the physical transformation, the blight removal. And I'm pleased about the fact that 17,000 of those houses people moved into and fixed up, and we got 17,000 more families living in houses that were vacant. That was the biggest thing, 47,000 separate projects, and I think we made a huge impact.
Leadership changes can make people a little nervous, so what message do you send to Detroiters as you hand the keys over to Mary Sheffield and her administration? I know you say, you know, the city is in good hands, but what do you say to Detroiters who are still a little anxious about you leaving and handing it over to someone new?
The success of the city was a partnership between me and the city council. And I just think about, you know, I put together a deal to bring the Pistons back to the city of Detroit, which was huge for the city. And Mary Sheffield was on council, and she said to me, I'm supportive of this, but I also think there ought to be a benefit to the neighborhood. And she came up with the idea that because the income tax is charged on NBA players when they visit, which they are, every professional team gets charged that portion of their salary when they visit a city, she said it's going to produce $1 million a year. She said, could we take the new $1 million a year we get in income taxes and put it into a neighborhood beautification fund so the money goes directly to the neighborhoods? I modified my plan based on her suggestion, and that's really been the way the last 12 years have been. It's been a collaboration of different people's ideas coming together, and I expect as mayor that she'll continue to lead with that same kind of collaboration.
Wow. What about the job surprised you? Emotionally, personally, politically, anything?
You know, I watched the last few mayors and how they went out of office, and for 12 years, the people of the city have just been amazing to me. I mean, every place I go, and it's been true for 12 straight years. If I'm at a gas station, they come up and hug me and want to get the picture taken and then tell me about the dead tree in front of their house they want me to fix. If they don't, I'll take the address down and I'll deal with it. But I'm not sure any mayor has enjoyed so much support through 12 years, and I'll never be able to thank the people of the city for that kind of support.
Speaking of that, You are a different type of mayor and politician that I've witnessed. I mean, walking into churches, walking into neighborhoods, walking into people's homes, not with an entourage, but I've seen you plenty of times myself, by yourself and connecting with people. Where did that come from?
You know, well, of course, I drive myself through neighborhoods every Saturday and Sunday morning. Sometimes my wife goes with me. I go into the neighborhoods, nobody checks, and occasionally people will flag me down to tell me something they can't believe that I'm out driving by myself. And the security doesn't like that, but I've never had an issue. But I campaigned. People here remember I had 250 house parties. I sat in people's living rooms. I just drove myself and sat and talked to people about their fears, their hopes, and what they wanted done. And I've always just felt comfortable in any neighborhood of this city at any time dropping in. And I know somebody will immediately come up to me with something they want to talk about, but it's coming up with the expectation I'm going to care and I'm going to do something about it.
Beautiful. You said you're not done serving, just shifting the stage. When you think about governor, I mean, just what you just talked about, how are you going to carry what you had in Detroit, doing just what you said, and move that to the governor's office if you're elected?
You know, I was up in Saginaw last night, did a series of meetings, and I had one group where a number of people came in who said, I'm hardcore Republican. Other people came in, I'm a hardcore Democrat. But it's a small community. They looked at each other and they realized that these two groups of people would never sit in the same room, and they started laughing about the fact that they could be there, but we talked about our common problems. I am finding no matter what part of this state I go to, people are just tired of being divided by party. They're tired about the campaigns where they whip you up into hating the other party in order to vote for them. And so I'm just saying to folks, if you're happy with politics as usual, you've got your usual choices, and if you want change, I'll give you a third choice, and the next year people of Michigan will decide whether they want to make a change or not.
Speaking of that, running statewide and doing it as an independent, of course, we all know that's a steep climb, but what makes you believe? Is it being in a place like Saginaw that people will come along with you for this ride as an independent and come together and bridge the divide?
It is fascinating. I am spending lots of time in the farming communities. And the first thing they say to me is, we're forgotten, we're ignored, nobody cares about us. Then you go to the small towns along the lake. We're forgotten, we're ignored, nobody cares about us. I go up to Marquette, where they have an affordable housing problem of all things. They can't recruit young people because there's no affordable housing to be able to work the jobs they have. We've forgotten, we've been ignored. And as I say to them, I'm the mayor of Detroit. You want to talk about representing people who thought they were forgotten and ignored? Come talk to a mom who was raising kids on a block with 4 abandoned houses, no parks, no streetlights, no police and fire services. We didn't complain about it, we fixed it. And when I say that, people are like, maybe I have a lot more in common with Detroit than I thought. And you can just feel the momentum building. And so I'm going to spend the next year introducing myself to people who don't really know what's happened in Detroit. And so I'm in Jackson, and I'm in Lexington, and I'm in Marquette. I'm in all kinds of little communities, and I'm just really enjoying the process, and I think it's going to be okay.
Anybody sort of buck your politics and say, no?
Oh, yeah. So you got people on the hard left who are really angry at me that I'm not running as a Democrat. And you got people on the far right who are really angry that there are Republicans that are supporting me. And so, and I'm just saying to them, look, if you think that the two parties are serving your interests, keep voting for them. But we're now in a state that's 44th in the country in third grade reading. I don't understand how you think you're being well represented. Now we're second in the country in unemployment, with highest rate of people under 30 moving out of state, and the Republicans and Democrats keep fighting with each other instead of solving the problems. And so I don't argue with anybody. Anybody tells me I'm a hardcore Democrat, I say, God bless you. If that's working for you, keep voting that way. But more and more people are saying it's not working.
If you become governor, what's the first major issue you want to tackle, the one you think can unite voters?
Oh, we have got to get our children to read. 60% of third graders in this state do not read at grade level. That's the state of Michigan's own report this year, and it's been declining for 25 straight years. And while these guys keep fighting with each other, the solution, Mississippi, Louisiana, Idaho, have all proven it. Teach the kids phonics, put them in small group settings, back them with tutors. Don't change the curriculum every 2 years. These are the basics, and there's nothing about them that's Republican or Democratic. And of course, they basically diverted $1.3 billion of school aid fund for other things in the state budget, cutting money for teaching kids to read while we keep dropping. I'm going to go in there and say enough's enough. Put the money back into the schools, hold the principals and superintendents accountable, and let's change. It's hard to see how Michigan has a future economically or competitively if our children are behind the rest of the country, even in the basic reading.
Absolutely. What's your message to voters who are undecided or unsure whether Detroit mayor, and you probably have answered this already, but those who are unsure whether a Detroit mayor can represent the whole state?
Yeah, it is interesting. I'm sitting in farmhouses outside Frankenmuth, and they mostly show up out of curiosity. And by the time we're done talking about their problems, and I'm talking about how I dealt with this issue in Detroit, let's talk about what we do up here. But it is just remarkable to me. I go up to Traverse City, and 17-year-old kids say to me their biggest fear is affordable housing. And I think, when I was 17, I never thought about affordable housing. But with all the vacationers buying up the homes, these children, 17-year-olds, are deciding I stay in mom and dad's basement or I have to move out of the area. And so when I say to them, we built 6,000 affordable housing units in Detroit in the last 6 years, $1.7 billion. We didn't whine about it, we fixed it. Let's start figuring out how to build affordable housing in the parts of the state that need it. And so you're finding people saying, I didn't realize I had this much in common with Detroit, where do I sign up? And that's been the campaign so far.
Finally, how do you want Michiganders to remember Mike Duggan, the mayor?
You know, I'm a kid who grew up in Detroit, who remembered Detroit as a magical place where the neighborhoods where beautiful people had jobs, and you came downtown the holidays and saw Santa Claus on the 12th floor of Hudson's. And through most of my life, everything's been taken away from us. The auto plants, the banks moved out, the stores moved out, the movie theaters moved out. And with a whole lot of folks who are helping, we changed this to a place where people are moving back into the city in huge numbers again. People want to be here. 115,000 people show up for a tree lighting with no incidents whatever. That's the kind of city we wanted to build. That's the kind of city we have in Detroit today.